So this is another Barnacle Chronicles. This is part 2 of Interview with the Pick Me and the Enabler. So I'm talking about the Enabler Armand, Armanio, Armadillo, whatever the hell he wants to call himself, and then Louis, the Pick Me. Yeah, let's get into it. Let me start off. So we start off with the next day after, well, not the next day. Apparently Armand and Louis have been smashing on the low for a minute now. Not even on the low. Like, everybody kind of already knows it is the elephant in the room. And Armand is like, okay, so what are we? We know that Armand is codependent. We know he needs constant validation, but he doesn't want the validation from the coven. He wants validation from people outside or people that he deemed is low-key better than him. So he's like really insecure. He's like a chick that got fucked. And he's like, okay, so what are we? And Louis just like, baby, we're vibing. Like, we just vibe. And he asked him questions. Do you know the name of my mom? And he gonna say Grace, which is his sister. Like, so Armand really don't even know who Louis is. So they're trying to convince me and convince the audience that these two are in love, right? And by the end of the episode, they're supposed to be in love. But in the beginning of the episode, Armand doesn't even know about Louis' mother. He don't know shit about Louis. Well, he doesn't care per se, like, because he can get that information by reading his mind, but he don't give a fuck about that, not at all. So Louis clocks him on that. He's just like, exactly. So, and it's so different because, you know, when it came to Lestat actually sat down, ate dinner with his family, was at most of all the events except for Grace's wedding. We see that in the earlier seasons that they would take long walks on the beach. They were business, like, not on the beach, but through the park. They were business partners. They went to the opera together. You know, Lestat really took his time and did his big one with that. Armand should have did that as well, instead of like going through this like weak ass trauma bond type of thing. So like, yeah, so they're laying in the bed and, you know, Louis just like, baby, we're vibing. And Armand's like feeling some type of way because it's like, girl, I was supposed to kill you and you're still alive. And, you know, my coven is not respecting me because I'm keeping you alive, which isn't an Armand problem. Because in the beginning, you shouldn't have been stalking them. You should have just let them be. But, you know, you're just so a stickler from the rules. Like I said, Armand only cares about the rules when it benefits him. You want to enforce your authority on everybody. He's like that boss that plays favorites and likes to have sex with his employees and then basically lets the girls that he's fucking in the office get away with everything while everybody else has to suffer. And Santiago's tired of you playing favorites, as they should be. Everybody's tired of you playing favorites because you're a fucking terrible fucking leader. And I understand why your coven left you in a fucking day. So Louis is sitting up there hallucinating about Lestat, right? And Lestat is wearing the same outfit that he wore in like episode 1 when Lily and Louis were going to have sex in front of him. So like, that's like a callback to that. Like, when Louis was like, so you like to watch? So he's imagining Lestat sitting there over there. So clearly Lestat is not real. So Lestat is saying things that Louis really believes and really wants to say. So when Armand was like, I love you, Dream Lestat, which is just Louis, is like, oh my God, how do you fucking manage it? And then Louis wasn't going to say that shit until Armand pulled his card and basically blackmailed him. And this is the part that really irritated me. Armand basically blackmailed Louis and it's like, I'm keeping your secret, and then it got dead quiet. He does the same thing with Claudia later in the episode where he brings up Lestat, I know about your maker, and he basically drags her through the fucking street, throws her against the building by her fucking neck, and basically tells her, bitch, I know you, I know what you did, and I can kill you at any fucking moment. And then Claudia comes home that day, right? And she's like, he fucking threatened me. He put his hands on me and he threatened me. And then the thing that comes out of Louis's mouth is, that doesn't sound like Armand. Did Armand not threaten you earlier in that room? He may not have been as aggressive and forceful with you, but let's not be clear, it was a threat. And that's why you had to nudge your little feet over there and basically tell him, I love you too. And then Lestat started fucking laughing, bitch, because you don't fucking love him. You don't. And then Louis kind of manipulative as well, because he likes to throw Lestat in there every time, like, Armand does something that he does not like. And we're going to see more of this. We're going to see more of the manipulation and the toxicity that is Louis, because Louis is not a victim. At this point, Louis started off as a victim. Louis is a willing participant. Now, I want everybody... Louis is no longer a victim. Stop saying he's a victim. He's no longer a victim. He's a willing participant. And Louis is just as evil as the rest of them. He's like the innocent flower, but he's really the serpent under it. Like, and I need y'all to really understand that. I need y'all to really get that. Y'all be irritating the fuck out of me when y'all be like, oh, Louis this, he's so baby girl. He's this and that. He's not. He's not. So we get to see more about Armand's backstory. He's, taking Louis through this, like, museum and shit like that. And, you know, flying and shit, knowing that Louis can't fly, so Louis has to use the stairs, inserting his dominance once again. And then we look at the painting, and he's like, oh, Louis like, I want to know more about you. We know about his maker. We end up finding out that Armand was sold by his parents to, like, a captain of some ship, and then he was sold again to his maker, and his maker, didn't change him for a long time. Like, Armand was just a child prostitute that Marius would just basically send out to other people to have sex with. It's really fucking disgusting, and I hope Marius don't show up. And I hope that I think that's what Armand is really worried about. I don't know, like, never mind. I remember they killed Marius, so we're good. But we're not safe from the other person, the other people who Marius sold, Armadillo or Armanio, whatever the fuck you want to call himself. A, we could just call him A. We don't know who A was also sold off to, because he was holding down the Roman covenant, and then he had to go to Paris because Magnus, Lestat's maker, decided that he was going to throw himself in the fire and create a whole nother fucking person and just let him wander and don't teach him shit. So now he has to be in control of the covenant, and it's just really sick. It's very sad. I do feel a smudge bad, but then I realized that that plays a factor into his relationship with Louis. It makes sense. Armand's a prostitute and Louis a pimp. So you have that dynamic as well. Like I said, it's controlled chaos, him wanting to redo the relationship with his maker through Louis, and also getting through Louis, he also gets a piece of Lestat, that freedom, that sense of freedom. And then you got Louis and these fucking pictures. Louis, you're not an artist, you're not a photographer, you never had that in you, you know that. He's trying to take these pictures, and he get mad at the guy because he said that his pictures were fucking trash, and they are. And the reason why your pictures are trash, because Louis, you can never see the big picture. This is the worst career that you can ever follow. I don't know why you took up this hobby. You can't see shit. You can't spot shit. So you have been blind this entire season and last season. So you thinking that you can just take pictures and use the camera, and all of his pictures, if y'all didn't peep, were blurry. And I understood why Armand threw them shits out. It was like, motherfucker, Armand doesn't like getting blamed for anything. So, like, if this shit comes out and the vampires climb the fucking walls and kill you, they're not gonna kill me. So you taking pictures of me laid up in the bed and all this other shit, oh yeah, that has to go. That has to go. You mean to tell me that this is the first time you're noticing that the pictures were not yours? You didn't look, you didn't think to check after all these years. You don't go back and look at your other projects and see what you've done. And then he's enabling Louis, because he knows Louis' pictures were trash. He knows they were trash. But I can't wait to see the stuff with Daniel. That's going to be interesting. And yeah, that's all. Bye.